Deep in the ocean, a tiny fish named Finn had a secret. He was a glowfin. His scales shimmered with an inner light, bright enough to read a book by a fish read books. But Finn did not like his glow. In the vast, dark sea, being different felt dangerous. He wanted to be just like the other fish. He wanted to be a normal, non-glowing fish. So he hid his light. He would clench every muscle in his tiny body, squeezing his glow down into a little, tight knot in his belly. It felt like holding his breath all day. The story starts in a bustling underwater metropolis called Coralton. The city is built from vibrant, multicolored coral structures that look like skyscrapers. Seaweed sways like tall trees in a gentle current. Other fish, all shapes and sizes, dart through the coral streets. We see Finn, a small, teardrop-shaped fish. His scales are a beautiful, iridescent silver, but they look dull. He is swimming with a group of other young fish, all chattering and laughing. Finn forces a smile, but his eyes look strained. His little fins are clamped tight against his body. He swims awkwardly, trying to mimic the smooth, effortless movements of his friends. A bubbler fish named Gilda swims circles around him. She has bright pink scales and big, curious eyes. Gilda asks, "Finn, why do you swim like you just ate a prickly sea urchin?" Finn flinches. He tries to loosen up, but he is too focused on keeping his glow hidden. The knot of light in his stomach feels like a hot coal. He mumbles, "I am just ... practicing a new swim stroke." It is the wobbly wiggle. Gilda raises an eyebrow, which on a fish looks very funny. The wobbly wiggle? Never heard of it. It looks more like the scaredy sardine. She giggles and swims off, joining the others. Finn watches them go, a sad look on his face. He lets out a tiny sigh and a faint pulse of light escapes from his gills. He quickly clamps them shut, looking around to see if anyone noticed. No one did. The effort of hiding his glow was exhausting. Later, Finn swims home. His home is a small, cozy crevice in a large piece of brain coral. Inside, the walls are smooth. There are a few shiny pebbles arranged in a neat pile. Finn collapses onto his soft, sandy floor. He can finally relax. He unclenches his muscles. A brilliant, warm, golden light floods the small cave. His scales pulse with soft waves of light, casting dancing shadows on the walls. He breathes deeply, the first real breath he has taken all day. It feels wonderful. He swims in happy circles, his light trailing behind him like a golden ribbon. This is who he really is. He is Finn, the glowfin. But as soon as the thought enters his head, fear follows. What would the other fish think? Would they laugh at him? Would they think he was a show-off? The fear makes his glow flicker. He squeezes it down again, the familiar knot returning to his stomach. The little cave becomes dark and cold once more. The next day, the entire school is excited. The annual Coralton treasure hunt is about to begin. The grand prize is a perfect giant pearl. Every young fish in Coralton wants to win. The rules are simple. A series of riddles are hidden throughout the city. The first fish to solve them all and find the treasure wins. Finn feels a knot of dread. A treasure hunt means swimming into dark, unexplored corners of Coralton. Dark corners made him nervous. In the dark, it was harder to control his glow. The starting horn, a loud boop, from a conch shell echoes through the city. Dozens of fish shoot off in every direction. Finn hesitates. Gilda swims by and nudges him. "Come on, Wobbly Wiggle. We will be left behind." She grabs his fin and pulls him along. Finn has no choice. He clenches his muscles tight and follows her into the fray. The first riddle is attached to a giant clam. It reads, "I have a mouth but never speak. I have a bed but never sleep. What am I?" The fish all shout answers. "A sleepy fish? A sleepy clam?" Gilda taps her chin. "A bad ... a river," she exclaims. She is right. The next clue is in the sandy riverbed. They race to the riverbed, a wide expanse of sand where a strong current flows. The clue is tucked under a rock. Gilda tries to read it, but the current is too strong. It keeps whipping the seaweed parchment around. "I cannot see," she cries. All the other fish are struggling too, being pushed and pulled by the water. Finn is struggling the most. The effort of fighting the current and holding in his glow is too much. His whole body is trembling. He feels a hiccup coming. It is not a normal hiccup. It is a glow hiccup. He tries to hold it in. His cheeks puff out. His eyes water. But he cannot stop it. Hic! A bright flash of golden light bursts from him. It illuminates the entire riverbed for a second. In that flash, Gilda sees the riddle clearly. Where shadows are deepest and secrets are kept, find the old anchor where a giant has slept. Everyone freezes and stares at Finn. His face, or what you can see of it, turns bright red under his scales. "What was that?" a spiky fish asks. "Did you see that flash?" Another one whispers. Finn wants the sand to swallow him whole. Gilda just stares at him, her big eyes wide with surprise. "You ... You glow," she says softly. She does not sound mean, she sounds amazed. Finn cannot speak, he just nods miserably. He expects her to laugh or call him a weirdo. Instead, she smiles, a huge toothy smile. "That is the coolest thing I have ever seen. Can you do it again?" Before Finn can answer, a bully of a fish, a grumpy-looking barracuda named Barry, swims up. A glowfin? Pathetic. He is just a nightlight with fins. The glow is probably to scare away his own shadow. Barry laughs, a nasty, gurgling sound. Some of the other fish snicker along with him. Finn's light dims instantly. The knot in his stomach is back, tighter than ever. He feels awful. Gilda frowns at Barry. Leave him alone. It is amazing, but Barry just shoves past them. Whatever. "I am going to win that pearl." The next clue says deepest shadows. That means the kelp forest. Barry and his followers swim away. The other fish, unsure what to do, follow the barracuda. Soon, only Finn and Gilda are left. Finn floats sadly near the bottom. "They all think I am weird," he whispers. Gilda bumps his side gently. "No, they do not. They are just surprised." And Barry's a bully. "Your glow was amazing. It helped me read the clue." Finn looks at her. "It did." Gilda nods enthusiastically. "Yes, you should not hide it. It is part of you." Finn thinks about this. He thinks about how good it feels to let his glow out in his cave. He thinks about how heavy it feels to hold it in. Maybe Gilda is right. Gilda says the clue mentioned the kelp forest. It is super dark in there. We could get lost. Finn looks toward the edge of the city, where the tall, dense stalks of kelp rise up like a dark, spooky wall. He is scared. But then he looks at Gilda, who is looking at him with hopeful eyes. He takes a deep breath. "Okay," he says. "Let's go." He tries to let his glow out, just a little. It flickers nervously. He is not used to glowing in front of anyone. Gilda smiles encouragingly. "You can do it." They swim toward the kelp forest. As they enter, the bright colors of Coralton disappear. They are replaced by long, green, and brown stalks of kelp that block out the sunlight. The water is murky and cold. Strange shadows dance everywhere. Finn can hear the other fish up ahead, their voices echoing eerily. "I cannot see anything," one complains. "I think I just swam into a tree," says another. Finn and Gilda swim deeper. It gets darker and darker. Gilda swims close to Finn. "I am a little scared," she admits. Finn knows what he has to do. He takes the deepest breath he has ever taken and lets it all out. Not in a hiccup, not in a flicker. He lets his light shine. A powerful, steady, warm golden radiance pours out from him. The light pushes back the darkness. The entire section of the kelp forest around them is illuminated. They can see the kelp stalks clearly. They can see the sandy bottom. They can see the little crabs scuttling away, Surprised by the sudden light, Gilda gasps, "Wow, Finn. It is beautiful." Finn feels a lightness he has never felt before. He is not hiding. He is not clenching. He is just being himself, and it feels incredible. He can breathe. He can swim properly. He does a little loop-the-loop, leaving a trail of golden light behind him. For the first time, he is proud of his glow. His light is not just for him. It can help others. Up ahead, they hear Barry's voice. "Ouch. I swam right into a ... What is this?" Thanks to Finn's light, they can see Barry and the other fish crowded around a huge, rusted old anchor half buried in the sand. This is it, the place where a giant has slept. The other fish turn and see Finn's brilliant glow. Their mouths hang open. They are not laughing now. They look amazed. Barry just scoffs, "Show off," but he stays in the circle of light. Tucked into a chain link of the anchor is the final clue. It is a simple drawing of the tallest coral spire in Coralton, with a big X on a hidden cave near its base. "The grand spire," Gilda shouts. "The treasure must be there." Everyone starts swimming for the spire, but now nobody wants to leave the light. They all swim in a group around Finn. He feels like a swimming sun. He guides them out of the dark kelp forest and back into the city. He is leading the way. They arrive at the Grand Spire, the tallest point in the city. They find the hidden cave. Inside, sitting on a pedestal of smooth stone, is the giant pearl. It glows with its own soft, pearly light. But Finn's light is brighter. Barry pushes his way to the front. "It is mine. I got here first." He lunges for the pearl, but he misjudges the distance and bumps his nose on the pedestal. The pearl wobbles. It rolls off the edge and falls into a deep, dark crack in the floor of the cave. "No!" Barry yells. The crack is too narrow for any fish to swim into. It is completely dark. It is gone forever, one fish says sadly. Everyone looks defeated. Everyone except Finn. He looks at the dark crack. He looks at his friends. He knows what to do. He swims to the edge of the crevice. He shines his light as brightly as he can down into the darkness. The golden beam cuts through the black. Far below, they can all see the pearl wedged between two rocks. Gilda gets an idea. She finds a long, thin piece of seaweed. "If I can loop this around it, maybe we can pull it up." She tries, but she cannot see well enough to guide the seaweed. "Finn," she says, "can you ... go down there?" Finn looks into the narrow, dark crack. It looks scary. But he's not the same fish he was this morning. He is not scared of the dark anymore. He is the light in the dark. He nods. He swims into the crack, his body glowing brilliantly. The narrow walls of the crevice light up around him. It feels like swimming down a tunnel of gold. He reaches the pearl. It is stuck tight. He pushes against it with his nose. It does not budge. He pushes with his tail. Nothing. He then realizes he does not need to push it. He needs to light the way for others. He hovers right next to the pearl, illuminating it perfectly. "Now, Gilda." He calls up. From above, Gilda lowers the seaweed vine. With Finn's bright light guiding her, she easily loops the vine around the pearl. "Pull," she shouts. All the fish at the top grab the vine and pull together. Slowly, the pearl is lifted out of the crack. They cheer as the pearl comes back into the cave. Barry looks at Finn. He looks at the pearl. He looks back at Finn. He does not say anything, but he does not look grumpy anymore. He just looks thoughtful. The other fish all crowd around Finn. "That was incredible. You saved the treasure. Your glow is the best." Finn feels a warmth that has nothing to do with his light. It is the warmth of acceptance. It is the warmth of friendship. Gilda swims up to him with the pearl. "This belongs to you, Finn," she says. "You are the one who found it. You are the hero." Finn looks at the beautiful, giant pearl. It is what everyone wanted. But looking at the happy faces of his friends, all gathered in his warm light, he realizes he already has a treasure. He shakes his head. We all found it together, he says. And in the light of his honesty, the whole ocean around them seemed to glow a little brighter. Telling the truth helps you breathe easy. Thanks for coming along with us on this magical adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Good night, little one.